from the data we're recording this. Obama mentioned flat Earth half a dozen times during his presidency. Hillary constantly with the shattering of the glass ceiling. They're always sticking it in front of our faces, and this is pure mind control. Nobody wants to be a flat earther. When I learned that there's problems with the ball, I didn't mention it on our podcast for 6 months because I didn't want to discredit myself with all the work I've done on the other big events that happened. But then the farther I got into it, I couldn't believe what was going on. And then, as our good friend Crow 777 says, belief is the enemy of knowing. People believe they live on a spinning ball with water on the outside, flying through an infinite vacuum, but they don't know why they believe it. They just believe it, and they think that there's thousands of proofs, but there's zero.
Let me ask you something. Did you see the clip? And I want to make a point here, because look, people are afraid of this topic, and they don't like anybody. Most people don't like us even talking about this topic because they think it's disinformation, right? But I just want to make the point that you've been on with Owen Benjamin, and he's willing to take a look at this topic. And I don't know if you've seen this clip. I'll cut it in here, David. Owen Schroyer talking to Sam Tripoli and Eddie Bravo over at InfoWars on the air live in a video when Owen Schroyer says, look, I don't know what this thing is, but I guarantee you my research has led me to believe that it's not a ball and what we've been told is a complete fable.
I've always said I'm open-minded whenever we talk about this. I'm not a flat earther.
But you're not married to the ball, right?
No. In fact, I'm willing to admit that whatever math that we have for the current size and shape of the Earth has been proven wrong. I mean, it's been proven wrong. You can't deny it. That's just, in my opinion, a fact. Now, has the Earth been proven to be flat? No, I don't think you can say that either. No.
You can't. That's Owen Schroyer, and he's a pretty credible guy. So there's credible people that have looked at this. And you say there's problems with the ball model. Maybe you should just explain what those problems are, because I think most people who haven't dug into this topic would say that's just nonsense.
So a couple weeks ago, I was on InfoWars with Eddie and Sam Tripoli and Alex Jones for a solid hour. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
I'll send you the link. Alex is actually seriously looking into flat Earth right now. But we had a great conversation, and Eddie had my back, just kept telling Alex to be quiet, let him speak. And I got a lot of information out there. But, when people first hear about flat Earth, they want to attack it without even knowing what it is. And then if they do a quick Google search, they end up at the Flat Earth Society, which is all fake stuff. And they think they know what flat Earth is, but they're 100% wrong. Then they don't even know what the globe model is. When you tell them the facts of the globe, they don't even believe you. Like, we're spinning faster than the speed of sound. We're orbiting at 66,000 miles per hour, which is unfathomable, while chasing the sun at over 500,000 miles an hour, while the galaxy's going 2.2 million miles an hour in a fourth direction. Those are only 4 of, I believe, 8 different directions that we're moving at the same time. Yep. It's absolute insanity. So the people will come at me and they've got the gotcha question. Like, what about circumnavigation? Where's the edge? What about all the other planets are spheres and we're flat? Would be daytime all the time. Why can't I see England from the United States? If you watch the sunset and then quickly go to the top of a building, you can watch it set again. What else? Snipers, they count for Coriolis, and then they come up with the final one. Why would they lie? There are solid answers to every single one of those questions. All you have to do is be willing to look, but the mind control has people refusing to even consider the look. And the saying I have is, condemnation without investigation is proof of your indoctrination.
Exactly.
Well, look, from my vantage point, I'd say also one of the weird ones is that pilots, and my wife's brother is a pilot who's in the Air Force, flies helicopters, Blackhawks, and now he's a commercial pilot for a commercial airline. Very, very smart guy. And he has never been taught to account for the Earth's curvature while flying any sort of aircraft.
Because it's flat.
Right. Airplanes fly over the Earth plane. Imagine a plane taking off from near the north, from northern Alaska, where the Earth is only rotating at maybe 400 miles per hour, which is going over 1,000 miles per hour. And they try to land on a north-south runway, which is moving sideways at 1,000 miles per hour. How do they land on that? How do they gain that speed, that extra 600 miles an hour of speed, and land going sideways? None of it makes any sense, but we've been brainwashed to believe that it all works, and there's zero proof. Every test for curvature, motion, spin of the Earth has failed and has proved the opposite. But they never teach you that in school.
You know, when I had you and Crow on, I did show a document from NASA that
talked me and Marty on.
Oh, it was you and Marty. That's correct. Do you remember the name of that document? It was a NASA document talking about a flat Earth and aeronautical vehicles, airplanes, I believe.
Yeah, NASA and the FAA, their documents say they treat the Earth as a flat stationary plane. That's it. I mean, it's in their documentation. Once you understand the complications with the spinning water ball rocket that we supposedly live on, you know, where high pressure air is next to a vacuum, which is impossible in the law of thermodynamics without a container, nothing makes sense. You know, when you bring that up to somebody that just believes, belief is believing without any knowledge, they'll say gravity holds the air down. Well, simply sucking up air or water through a straw with the weak vacuum of your lungs disproves that gravity can hold that down.
All right, let's do this. I want to ask you something, and it'll probably bridge us into the issue of NASA and, again, the occult. NASA being an occultic, really from day one.